That's right. It happens to the best of us. Thanksgiving leftovers. Well, we're going to put it on a sandwich and go from there. I got an idea that might add some life to these old leftovers right here on Sweet Willy's Kitchen. Okay, you had a few people over for Thanksgiving dinner, but you cook for an army, and you always have leftovers. So, what are you going to do? You're going to make sandwiches, you're going to make turkey hash, turkey soup with the carcass, that's all good. But you usually have a lot of breast meat, extra stuffing, extra gravy, and extra cranberry sauce. So, what do? Make a sandwich? That's one way to do it. Or, you can make a Thanksgiving Stromboli. And that's what we're going to do today. So, we're going to use our leftover gravy. That's going to be our dipping sauce. We use a bunch of the white meat or dark meat, whatever you got. Cranberry sauce. And our stuffing. What we did was we're going to use the pizza dough like we use for the spinach pie that we get at the store. We always keep one or two of them in the house in case the urge comes to make pizza. And what I did was we rolled it out almost like a long tube, and then we rolled it out like so. And the nice thing about the whole wheat dough, it holds its shape pretty nicely, so it's not going to be bouncing all over the place. So essentially this is what we've got. Okay, so we rolled it out and then we rolled it flat with our rolling pin, and we're going to start putting this thing together. So we're going to start off with our cranberry sauce. Now I don't know how you guys make your cranberry. I don't know if you guys go with the jelly type, but I kind of like the whole fruit stuff, or I make my own by just boiling down the fresh cranberries with the lemon zest and the orange zest. Now, what we're doing here is this might look like the base, but this is actually going to be the top of the mess, if you would. So we used in this case, for the sake of this recipe, we used a full can of the natural whole berry cranberry sauce. Okay, so we laid that out like so. Okay, as you can see, we gave ourselves a 1-inch border around. Okay, next is going to be our stuffing. Regular turkey stuffing, depending on how much you want. We're just gonna put a nice little layer of that over. Preheat it a little bit if you wanted to, but room temperature is fine. You don't want it too cold. All right. Really, all the food is already cooked. We're just bringing it up to temperature, and we're baking the dough. That's really the only thing what we're doing with this. So we don't have to worry about it not being fully cooked because, well, you ate it the day before. All right. So there we go. So we got this evenly distributed. And then the star, just got some turkey breast. Good old turkey breast. And essentially what we'll do is we're going to slice it along this. We sliced it about, 1/4-inch thick slices. We're going to spread this evenly throughout. Put it on a bit of an angle because we are going to fold this over, so it's not going to be poking through. So sort of like along this edge. And we'll go from there. Or if you got little pieces, that's easy. But that's what we got. So don't be stingy with the turkey. I'm sure you probably have how much. Hey, how big? Do you know how big the turkey is that you have at your house at Thanksgiving? I'd be curious to know how big that was. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Now this is the trick. This is the hard part. The oven has been preheated at 375. So 375. That's been pre. Got our baking sheet. But here's the trick. Getting this folded over. So, remember the dough is still flexible. So we'll take this over, flop that on the side, and pinch this down. That'll seal this edge. Okay? Then, take the edges, pull them, put one over and then one over that, and then pinch. Okay, the dough is at room temperature, so it'll be nice and pliable. So, like you're pulling a garbage bag out of the garbage can. Well, fold one over, fold this over, and pinch. When you're doing that, you're keeping this in shape. Alright, just like that. Over and over. Okay. Almost there. We're getting there. Alright. Oh wow. We're cooking with gas here, folks. Actually, literally and figuratively, because that's what we have, a gas oven. So the final piece, fold it here, and then the last piece, fold it over. Now remember, it's dough, it's flexible, so move it around to get it a nice, stable. Okay. If you see any open spots, stretch it, pinch it together. All right. And what we do, here's the trick. Getting it over to the baking pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this here and we're just going to roll it, slide it on the floured surface. Make sure you got a lot of flour on your surface and just let it fold right on. There we go. That takes years of practice, but we got it. All right. So now this is on the board. The oven is set. Take a little olive oil, pour that on top. Get a nice crispy crust going. And we'll see you in 15 minutes. Okay, we are out of the oven. All right, we made a change, okay? If you remember when we do the pizza, we put the oven on at 425. So essentially that's what I did. I went at 425 for 20 minutes, okay? So we covered it in olive oil and we put it in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. And we get this loveliness, okay? I'm going to take this off the sheet. I'm going to let this cool a bit because if you cut into this thing, you're going to get messed up with steam. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. But I wanted to show you what this baby looks like, and that's cool. So I'm going to take this off let it cool off, and then we're going to cut into this thing and we'll show you how we finish it up. Okay, we've let this cool for about 15 minutes, so it's actually okay, cool, not cool to the touch, but it's warm to the touch, so you can hold it without it burning your hand. So let's cut this open. We're going to use a regular serrated bread knife, just like any other bread. A straight knife would just slide over. You do want to have a serrated knife. So let's cut a piece. We'll show you how it looks. Still a little steam here, but there you go. That is just heaven. So we've got our little piece here. What we did was we took our gravy and we put it in the microwave for a couple minutes, and we're gonna pour that in our little dipping dish. So, there you go. We'll call this the Thanksgiving Stromboli, Thanksgiving leftover Stromboli. So, I want to thank you all. You've been a dynamite audience, and you deserve yourself a round of applause. So, for me and my kitchen, I want to thank you for watching and have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you real soon. Bye bye.